Hi guys, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. My name is Sarah. If you are new here, welcome. We hope that you consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you know when we upload new content. Tonight I am going to be making a very fun and easy recipe. It is going to be a keto breakfast skillet. So come along with me and let's get started. So I actually found this breakfast skillet on YouTube. It was this really cute guy. It was like almost 10 years ago this video was made. And it looked like a really simple recipe because he was doing it in his kitchen all by himself. It looks a little bit like this kitchen, only I've made it a lot nicer. So this recipe was actually done by CJ almost 10 years ago in this very kitchen before I moved here. So this is a vintage recipe, and if CJ can make it, anyone can make it. So because this is called a keto skillet breakfast, I am going to be using my cast iron skillet, but you could use any kind of skillet that you would like. So I have already cooked 8 ounces of breakfast sausage, and I have left the drippings inside my skillet, and that's important because that's what we're going to be cooking the rest of our ingredients in. So you do want to leave your drippings in there. So I'm going to be using radishes, and radishes are a very underutilized idea for a potato substitute. I have peeled mine and chopped them. You wouldn't have to peel them if you didn't want to. CJ didn't peel them in the original recipe, but I wanted to peel mine, and I've cut mine into chunks, and this is about 15 radishes. I also have about 1/4 of a chopped red onion and 1/4 of a red pepper that I have also diced. I'm also going to be using some garlic powder and some 21 seasoning salute or all-purpose seasoning, whatever you have access to. I'm also just going to be using some salt and pepper. Now this is optional. I am going to be going ahead and cooking a couple of eggs when I get finished with my breakfast skillet to put on top, but you could just eat this without eggs if you wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and put my onion and pepper in there and also the chopped radishes. So we are just going to keep an eye on this at about medium heat, and we are looking for our vegetables to get a little bit brown and golden and also to become tender. So that will take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how large your radishes are. And you're just going to want to keep an eye on it. Okay, so our vegetables have been cooking about 10 minutes and they are almost completely soft. So now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add back in our already cooked sausage and also my seasoning. Okay, I'm going to add my seasoning now. This is the all-purpose. And I'm an aggressive seasoner, but you can do whatever you'd like. A little bit of garlic. Some pepper. And just a bit of salt. You can, of course, salt and pepper more at the table. All right, this should be done in about 5 more minutes, and I will get started on the egg. I did cover it for a few minutes of the 10-minute cooking time, just to give our radishes a chance to soften. So I'm going to go ahead and put these perfectly cooked eggs on my skillet for pictorial purposes, and then I will serve it up and CJ will have a taste for us. Okay, there it is. And CJ is going to taste it for us.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, so let's see how this tastes. Let's see if it meets my approval.
Okay.
Since
You're the originator.
well, not really, but anyway. So you didn't know this, but I was actually thinking about this recipe a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Thinking that I hadn't made it in a while. And so I did film this, but I have actually made it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times over however long that was. What, 10 years ago, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
So you made it a little bit different, but...
and that's kind of the point, because you could do anything you wanted.
yes,
any kind
you
of
could.
breakfast meat.
Yes. And so I think I put cheese on mine before, but you don't have to have cheese, and that's part of the, So let's see how this whole egg gravy stuff goes. It's good. I know it's good. Well, actually, what I was tasting for is trying to see if I tasted radish. I do not. When I tasted a little bit off the stove, while you were cooking it, I got a slight hint, but that bite, I didn't get any radish. It did get soft. It got a lot softer, so maybe the peeling it made a big difference because I never peeled it before. So maybe that made a big difference as far as the speed of cooking it. But yeah, it's good. I probably want to add a little bit more salt, but that's the whole point.
Right.
You can salt stuff however you want. But yeah, really nice, and I think I'm probably going to be wanting to make this more often.
All right. Good.
So, good job, baby. And the peppers were a nice touch too.
Good.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. And if CJ can make it, anyone can make it. Let me show you. Let me show you what you're going to need.
You can do it.
Anybody can do it. A monkey can do it.
Anybody can do it. An orangutan can do it.
Orangutans are pretty smart.
They are. What are we doing?
I'm showing